Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video we're going to be doing a recap of Skirmish season, wow, can't talk today, week 1 and week 2. We're going to go over it, kind of talk about some cool interesting changes, especially in Living Legend, kind of how things change from week 1 to week 2. And also get your thoughts as a community, because Skirmish season is kind of like this mix of competitive but also fun casual play. It's a really good entry point for a lot of players that are wanting to take a step into competitive Flesh and Blood. So I'd love to get your thoughts on it. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Y'all been awesome this month. Let's keep it going as we get into the hunted season. I have so many video ideas that I'm just waiting for them to drop spoilers so I can actually talk about it. But if you have any ideas in the meantime before Chaos drops on the 17th, let me know, especially in the Discord. So let me pull this up really fast. So I didn't do the week 1 skirmish recap, and I'm sorry about that. But this was the week 1 wins for Living Legend. We're going to do Living Legend first, and then we're going to talk about Blitz. So in week 1, we have Bravo Star of the Show at 9 wins, Zen at 8, Viscera at 5, and it goes down from there. A couple notable fun decks that ended up gaining a couple wins. You see Dromai ended up gaining a win, which I thought was cool. We'll talk about her in week 2. New has also got a win, which is really cool to see. Fi starting to creep back up with 2 wins, and overall was pretty even. Although I think that Bravo Star of the Show, obviously, is just heads and tails above the rest when it comes to those wins. The deck's just insanely powerful, and I think it does what it's always done. It just dominates. So nothing out here was really out of the ordinary. Everything was kind of status quo. Let me know if you see something that's a little bit crazy. Where it went crazy was week 2. So we ended up having Viscera get first with 8 wins as opposed to 5 wins. And then you saw Dromai go from 1 win to 7 wins. Now, my thought is week 2, maybe people played more fun decks or decks that they just wanted to play maybe after they had already done their first skirmish, or maybe they already got their win, or whatever the case may be. But Dromai getting 7 wins, call me crazy. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing, y'all. Please let me know down in the comments. But I'm very surprised. Viscera doesn't have a bad matchup in the Dromai necessarily. Bravo Star of the Show has a good amount of poppers, not as much as you would think, especially with all the lightning in the deck now, but it's still not bad, I would think. Zen is pretty much a really normal. So what's weird is before Dromai LL'd into Fi and Katsu, Dromai actually was pretty good. Or I think it was near 50-50 in my opinion. Once Dromai got Tome of the Imperial Flame, it really changed how that matchup went. However, Zen's just kind of on a different level, right, with Art of War and the boots and stuff like that. So Zen's not a great matchup for Dromai. Briar's not an amazing matchup for Dromai. Oldheim's a good matchup, obviously. Bravo, I would assume, is kind of like skill intensive, and then Viscera is kind of skill intensive. So to see Dromai go from 1 win to 7 wins, to me, was very, very surprising, and I love it because the hero is really fun. I think it was one of the most fair decks in Flesh and Blood that is Living Legend, which is crazy to say about when it comes to an illusionist, but regardless, she was a big surprise. Another surprise, not so much in the amount of wins category, but the fact that it did get a win. As you see, Jarl Voltradi at the bottom ended up stealing a win, which is really cool to see. Icelander also got back on the board. I don't think she was on the board week 1, but both Prisms got a win. Vincent ended up stealing a win. I think that was a player from the O3 Drop podcast. I'm pretty sure. Go check them out. Really cool group of people that make content. And then, yeah, Aurora, Floria, nothing crazy. But Dromai being up there was really interesting. And overall, Living Legends in a good spot. A lot of people are loving the format. Yes, Star of the Show can be extremely oppressive at times. And you are going to have like that more, variance level, just high rolls because of the natural power level. But I think people like that. They enjoy the kind of fun stuff. And I think if they pick their spots on when this format is featured, I think it could almost run alongside CC as far as popularity in terms of, what people want to participate in. And especially as we get more heroes that are kind of like synonymous with Living Legend. Because yes, you can play anybody, but once you're hero Living Legends, then you're more apt to want to play Living Legend, right? So let me know what your thoughts in the comments down below. Week 2, the big surprise is definitely from Dromai and Jarl. Jarl stealing a win in Living Legends. Pretty significant, even if it probably was more of a fatigue-based list. Then we had week 1 of Blitz. This one went kind of chalk, I think. all of the usual suspects are here. Everyone kind of expected Aurora and Blaze to be up there, and Victor's also very good. Zen, KO, all this. I thought Daedal might do a little bit better, but overall, everybody's pretty even here. Levia at 7 is really nice to see. Arachne Solitary Confinement still doing very good. Even the other KO getting 4 wins is awesome. Overall, like, as you can see down here, Shiana got a win, Terra got a win, Yoji, I mean, Terra and Yoji probably both were just like fatigue, and Bravo are probably all fatigue guardians. Emperor ended up getting a win, which is really cool. Betsy, all this kind of stuff. So that's kind of how week 1 went. Week 2, the biggest difference was Blaze shot up to first, and then KO shot up. You saw Aurora fall down to 7. I think Aurora falling down is due to Victor's ability to kind of shut her out a little bit, and then Blaze also doing very, very good. But overall, all of this kind of made sense. Both Prisms kind of stayed the same. Levia stayed the same. Nothing else really changed too much. We saw even more heroes get a win. I don't think Dromai had a win in week 1 that I remember. Oh, she did. She ended up having a win. So pretty much for the most part the same. But, you know, there's not too much like spicy to say about this. I mean, we had a couple surprises in Dromai and Living Legend. Blaze did really well in Blitz. But overall, like, both formats are pretty healthy. Like, as you can see, like, there's not much like variation, which is awesome to see, because where Blitz was a year ago was pretty bad, right? With like 1 or 2 heroes just dominating. Living Legend was all Starvo, right, when it first came out. So LSS, like, shout out to them for slowly but surely getting these formats where they need to be, and I'm really excited about it. And again, Skirmish is the perfect kind of entry level into competitive Flesh and Blood, so I'm glad that they are getting these formats down, because I think they're super important for newer players. But let me know what your thoughts were. There was only 1 skirmish in my immediate area. I wasn't able to quite make it out there, which is totally fine. It was on Living Legend. If I would have went, I probably would have taken like a fun hero. I probably would have taken a Cilio, to be completely honest with you. Cilio is super fun in Living Legend. Not the best, but super fun with all the tomes. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how your skirmish went. Are you excited for Hunted and stuff like that? I think Hunted's going to be really cool. Kind of a side note. I know this isn't the main point of the video, but they're talking about the Hunted pre-release events, and I thought this was really cool, where every participator is going to get all of this. So you're going to get 1 Cold Full Hunted set card right here. You're going to get 1 of 3 Rainbow Full weapons, which means there's probably, 3 signature weapons, I would assume, or 3 weapons in general, probably similar to Bright Lights. You get 1 Rainbow Full Arachne Slip Through the Cracks card, which is really cool. Like, everyone's going to get 1 of these, which I think is awesome. And then 9 double-sided tokens. I'm assuming 9 double-sided hero weapon tokens is very interesting. But regardless, I love that they switched the pre-release events to this, where everybody gets the same thing. I've said it before on the channel, I think. I didn't prefer how they had it back in like Outsiders time frame, where like the winner got a Cold Full Uziria, got something that someone else didn't get, because then people were trying to spike pre-releases. I like the fact that everyone gets the same thing, so you know, you go into a pre-release doing what you should be doing, which is just enjoying the new set. So really excited about that. But yeah, let me know what y'all's thoughts are on the skirmish results, and also the Hunted pre-release. Spoiler season started this week. Majin Bay ended up spoiling the Verdant specialization. Go check out Majin Bay's Twitter. He ended up spoiling that. I won't spoil what the card does if you haven't watched it yet or looked at it yet, but definitely go check his stuff out. We have other amazing creators doing some expansion slots. Sorry, I cannot talk today. Today's been a long day. But we have a couple creators here doing some expansion slot stuff. As you can see, Majin Bay spoiled Ring of Roses. We have Erica, Eye of Ophidia, Andrea, Michael, Sunflower Samurai, and Fazendo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So we still have 6 spoilers this week, and then we get released what Chaos does on the 17th at the Call in Chicago, and then we go down from here with all of these other great creators doing stuff. So super happy about that. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'd love to hear it. Again, this will be the last video. I'll say this for the Scarf for a Scarf promos. Please leave a comment down below with what you want me to make videos on for Hunted, or even before Hunted. As far as video ideas, if you can, please let me know what your Discord username is and join the Discord. That way I can reach out to you personally and get your information for the Scarf for a Scarf promos. But thank y'all so much. Hope hopefully y'all are staying safe this holiday season. Like I said the other video, definitely reach out to people, say hi to people, don't be strangers. Holiday season's very fun time for a lot of people, but it also can be a very emotionally hard time for others. I know a lot of people in my past professions, it was a hard time of year. So definitely reach out to people, let them know you're there, check in on people, and be kind to each other. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk.